Dogs are men's best friends. However, men sometimes are not dogs' best friends. According to change.org, there are a total of 16,000 dogs that are died each year from underground dog fighting. We need to find a way to stop these kinds of fights for our furry little friends and make tougher laws. Underground dog fighting is illegal in the United States, but it still happens every day in our country. It is one of the most popular underground sports in America and in other countries. So, watching videos online had led me to investigate on what each we can do in order to stop this violence. First, I will describe the types of animals. Fights are fights there are and when it mostly started. Second, how it affects the dogs and if the dog's owners should face full maximum prison sentence. But last, how can we truly help? The the issue with dog fighting is that it harms the dog mentally and physically. It also a inhumane act against animals. So let's talk about the history of dog fighting and how dogs have to be trained in order to fight. Dog fighting have been around since the time of Roman period, and dog fights were some of their main show in their causing. Dogs have to be trained to fight, and it can be very hard for the animals mentally and physically. The owners of the dogs give them steroids to boost their muscles and elevate their pain levels. In most cases, the dog owners would beat them so their muscles can be stronger. It is now time for me to talk about the negative issues of dog fighting, how it impacts people that are watching the dogs, and what happens if a dog loses the fight. If the dog loses their fight, they end up on the streets, being thrown in dumpsters or murdered in bad way or worsened. According to FindLaw.com, they stated it shall be Class C felony for any person to be knowingly present as a spectator at any place, building, or tenement where preparation are being made for as exhibition of the fighting of dogs. With the intent to be present at such presentations or to be knowingly present at such exhibition or to knowing aid or abet another is such exhibition. The law in declares that the animal can do 1 year to 10 years for adults. Children who are present in underground fights can be fined and can spend up to 1 year in prison in state of Alabama, according to AMLaw.info. Now, my conclusion. I see that underground dog fights and ordered animal fights happen every day. However, I do notice that the state of Alabama needs to have tougher laws that deals with this kind of horrendous crimes. When you hear or see an underground animal fight, for the state of Alabama clearly states for any person to be knowingly present or to knowingly aid. Therefore, we must do all our part to report any illegally underground fights